Shade 45, we out here right now. Gray Rizzy's in the building. Emilio Rojas is in here, man. You got a new project that's dropping right now. Love got in the way.
Life got in the way.
Life got in the way.
Yeah,
love too, probably. Love too. Love is a part of life. God knows that right there.
Depends on what type of love, right?
Yeah, some love, you got to run away from that shit. But Facts. This right here is life. It does sound like a lot of life got in the way, but you were figuring things out.
Yeah, like I think I had to take a step back. Sometimes you got to take a step back to go 2 steps forward.
I believe that.
Yeah, and you got to get assaulted by a homeless person. There's a lot of things that have to happen.
Got to move all the way 5,000 miles away and shit.
Yeah, this bitch tried to kill me.
But the weather's better.
Nah, I'm sick of it, bro. Like, last year when the fires were happening, I had to, like, sweep ash off my balcony and shit. Yeah. Like, that shit's trash. You literally feel like you're in hell. Mm-hmm. And then, like, you see an earthquake. I'm, like, chilling in the living room watching TV. The console on my wall just starts moving slowly. I'm like, the fuck?
Wow.
And shit lasts for like 40 seconds. You're like, what the fuck just
That's
happened?
Trippy. The first time you see it.
Of course, I Google. I'm like, yo, earthquake, like readiness kits and shit. I go to the store right away.
Get the water,
hella bottled water, flashlights, all sorts of shit.
Well, welcome to LA,
welcome
man.
To LA.
What can we expect with this project, Life Got in the Way? Because, and this is another thing that I noticed, you had a date, and now we're coming out on Friday, November 2nd.
You pushed it back. Last week.
Now, somebody was asking me this, and they asked me, he's like, please tell me we added some more songs. I don't know why you pushed it back, but what was the reason for that?
Okay, so the reason we pushed the project back was because there was just an ingestion issue.
Okay.
So we just had to get the right files over and get them pitched properly. That's all. I did not add more songs.
All right, Susan. So you heard it right there. Sorry. You don't get it. But what can we expect with this project?
It's my story, I feel like I had to tell my fans who I was, and I also had to tell whatever new audience may come off of this project who I am. Like I'm a Hispanic kid from New York who's trying to navigate like balancing both worlds, both cultures. And that was important to me to really, really drive that message home. Like, talk about the conflicts that I've faced, whether they've been personal, when it comes to like identity issues or like family issues or relationship issues. Like, I'm always in a fucked up relationship, So like, it's just about that. It's about dealing with all of that and just, stepping over the hurdles that shit gets thrown at you.
Yeah. Do you feel? I feel like sometimes when people hear music or they hear that someone else is going through similar shit, possibly the same thing, it helps. It helps a lot to just process.
Yeah, I see that a lot. Like, I get a lot of messages from fans and people telling me that, like, yo, this helped me with this, or I listened to this because I really related to it, or I feel like you're telling my story. And I think that's important. I think that's how artists have longevity, ultimately.
Definitely. I know you've always been a proud Latino, but I feel like in the last, I guess since the beginning of this year, I saw that you were dropping, new videos, new music and stuff like that. I feel like you have more of a political tone to some of your music as well.
Oh, yeah. We did a record called Walk Through Fire.
Yeah.
It's Chris's favorite, actually.
Were you on the West Coast when you did that?
Yeah,
because you was in the fucking desert. I was like, we don't got that shit in the Bronx or uptown in the Heights. That gotta be on the West Coast, man.
Yeah, we shot that because, I think we're being targeted. This shit is whack. This shit is super whack. And I just read today that this orange motherfucker just wants to like sign like an executive order like to remove like citizenship by birthright.
Yeah.
He's a fucking moron.
The problem with everything in this, especially with midterm elections coming up and stuff like that, I hope people really do their due diligence. They get the information, correct information, and dig for it. Don't just look at the first byline or the first highlight you see online. But the problem is, it's like the stuff that he's doing right now, it's going to, if he gets it to go through, or if he gets shit to pass, it's going to take a while to undo it. You feel what I'm saying?
And it's going to take a while to feel the real impact.
Yeah.
Like just like Reaganomics, didn't hit right away, and we didn't get the benefit from like, we didn't see how fucked up NAFTA was until like 8 years later. You know what I mean? Or like the housing bubble wants to go ahead and fucking burst.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is going to impact a lot of people. You got families that are just being separated. You got people that are being marginalized en masse, and it's not just Latinos. You got like everybody who's not from here. It's like a xenophobic. There's so much xenophobia.
Yeah.
And there's no need for that shit. This shit isn't. We don't even own this place. Like, this shit is somebody else's. We are like renting the whole shit. This shit has been occupied since the fucking Pilgrims got here. So like, if you want to talk about like who's native and who really has a right to be here, like, what better group of people than the Mexicans, and then the people that from the Southwest originally.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the real natives here. So like, how are you gonna fucking,
most of those people you have to go on a reservation now to say that they're really native to this land, which is crazy. And you know, we're having all these fights and stuff like that. But the great thing about it is that in speaking with this, I could tell the maturity within the music for you. You feel what I'm saying? Because you have some really strong subject material that's going on here. It's not just like boom bap, rip rap, you know, all that shit. Like you're talking about real things.
Yeah, I wanted to tell a story. You know, every record is a story. That's what Walk Through Fire is. I didn't want to be preachy, you know, so I read an article, I think, and it spoke about something similar.
Mm-hmm.
So I just felt like it was better for me to tell the story as objectively as possible and let the audience decide how they feel, because, you know, something like that, like, is going to give you some sort of an emotional reaction, whether you're in favor of the policies or anti.
Right.
You know, so I didn't want to stand on a soapbox. I just wanted to tell the story because it's a human issue. Ultimately, it's not like a political issue, and I think it's been so heavily like politicized that, you know, people lose sight of the fact that these people are people. You know, they have families. They cry. They feel lost. You know, like.
And this is after they've worked so hard to maintain being here. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that, you know, you being objective is one thing, and having the audience choose, you know, which way they want to go with it, left or right. But you also welcome the conversation, which is a great thing with social for you.
I'll have the conversation with anybody, you know, even with Chris, who loves the record. My boy Chris actually hates the record, but he's in the room, so I'm just putting him on the spot.
Damn, Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, I'd have the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I feel like everybody has like valuable points, and I wouldn't want anybody to feel like their opinions didn't matter or whatever. Like that's the whole point, is having a discussion. Discussions and disagreement is how people learn, and ultimately that's what leads to change.
Right.
That and violence.
Yeah. Well,
there's
hopefully
only one of me. So.
We need more discussion, less violence out here in these parts.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't want any parts of that right there.
I'm just playing.
I want to be able to walk down the street without getting my face taken off. You feel what I'm saying? Or grabbed in the middle of the block. How many joints we have on this project?
It's 10 plus a bonus record. I
Nice.
mean, whatever. It's 11. Fucking. I don't know why even. Oh, it's 10 with a bonus. It's 11 fucking songs.
Remember when people used to hide the bonus song?
Yeah,
like,
I put like 40 seconds silence at the end of the 10th record, but the shit's still like, you know, lists on iTunes.
It's not the same effect now. You know, when you used to throw in a tape or a CD, it was a totally different effect.
It's just like, yo, this record sounds a little bit different from the project, so let me just, you know, make an excuse for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. But it's a dope record, and I wanted to put it out.
Well, shit, I'm glad that it's out here. I'm glad that I'm seeing you here, because when I heard your name, I was like, you know what, a real one is back, and I really appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
How can everybody follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Emilio Rojas. Facebook is I am Emilio Rojas, I think. Just look up my name and spell it in Spanish.
Yeah.
EMILIOROJAS.
You still got that Mi Gente homepage? I'm fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you, man. Yo, I appreciate you for stopping through, man. Make sure you go out and get the project. It's out there right now. It's Friday, November 2nd, man. Again, life gets in the way. Right?
Let's get it. Life got in the way.
Life got in the way.
Life does get in the way,
life, too. Love, sometimes everything. Lust, everything, man. But this project is going to talk a little bit about all that. If you missed any part of this interview, man, go to SiriusXM.com/on-demand, or go to the SiriusXM app and download it, because it's probably on demand right now. Just put in Emilio Rojas, put in Gray Rizzy, put in Shade 45, and boom, you can listen to it in its entirety. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Gray Rizzy, GRAYRIZZY. Follow the channel at Shade 45. And one more thing, best believe, we out here, whoa.